You remember what He led them by day?
Smoke.
The cloud, right?
Cloud. Yeah.
Cloud, yeah. You can say it then. And then by night, fire. And when the cloud moved, guess what they did?
They moved.
They moved. And when the cloud stopped,
They
stopped. You know, that thought just came to me, is that how much we need to be like that. We need to be willing to say, Lord, I know how it used to be. I know how you used to move. But God, you have the freedom and liberty to do something new. Right? It's that we're following the Lord, not just our tradition. And that's one thing that I really just kind of wanted to get away from, was we can't get away from tradition, and we shouldn't. There are some good traditions, that's not what I mean. But we can get locked into a tradition, right? To where the tradition kind of becomes what we are adhering to. I'm just going to use a couple examples. One is the worship. One time, a friend of mine who goes to another church, and make sure I word all of this carefully. A friend of mine goes to another church, and they have a certain type of music. And the music is very different than what the music would be like here, the worship would be like here. And as we were talking, I said that, I could come to your church and really enjoy the music and really enjoy the Lord. But I don't know if you could say the same about coming to Grace Fellowship. So what I mean by that is, in our pews we have the hymn books. In the hymnals, I think they're there, aren't they?
Yes, they're there.
Okay. The hymnals are beautiful. The hymns teach beautiful truth. You know that song we sang, Before the Throne of God Above? Beautiful words. Just, you read them and just weep at how beautiful they are. That was written back in 1870 sometime. Now we've taken it and maybe modernized it a little bit because we have different types of instruments. But like some of the songs we sang tonight are new. They're kind of new songs. But I believe they have a message. The message is that of what the Lord is doing in the earth today. So I just want to say to you that, and like tonight's service was a little different. There was no formal preaching, but there was preaching. Right? There was praying. There was worshiping. We were fellowshipping. We heard testimonies. Let's all be sensitive to where the Lord's moving us, right? Where He wants to go, what He wants to do. And it might be a little different than what we're used to. It might be a little different than what we're accustomed to. I'm not saying this because next week we're going to be hanging off the chandeliers or anything. I'm just saying that let's follow Him where He goes. Where He goes, that's where we'll go. If He wants to stop here, we want to stop there. If He wants to lead us here, we want to go there. If He wants to bring in some new kind of music, because I know a lot of you are a little older, right? So, what's that?
A little.
And I know that some of you have grown up just listening to hymns, and I love the hymns. And we did them on Sunday. We did several hymns. But just wanted this, if some of the music is, maybe you're not totally going with it, I want to say to you that it's really honoring the Lord. I feel like the music is. It might be a little different. It might be a little different what you're used to. But let's give God the liberty, so to speak, to do some new things and to bring some new things into our life. There's a good proverb that says, "Remove not the ancient landmarks which the fathers have set." There are some, at one time the hymns were on the cutting edge. The hymns were new. Before that, I don't know what they sang. But, what's that? course, probably Psalms, things like that, yeah. So I enjoy it all. God's old country buffet of who He is and of His kingdom. So isn't it good when the Lord wants to do some new things too? Right? So we don't remove those old things, but we don't put the 10-foot barbed razor wire around it either and say it's got to be this way or God won't bless it. Right? So I'm always trying to hear what the Lord wants to do. Like tonight was something new. Right? That's right. Because really, what's the bottom line? The bottom line is we want to come together and experience Him.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Right? He's the one that's going to change us. So, that's the bottom line. God bless you tonight. You know, you're free to fellowship for at least another 8 minutes, then the lights are going out. No. Fellowship, Brother Dwight, Sister Barbara are to lock up the building, turn out the lights, are so gracious. Let's clap and give them a clap. All the We appreciate you.